Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of my Bloodborne Effective Run. I'm going to be playing online for this section of the game, and that's because I kind of mildly enjoy PvP. And now you can see all my characters.
My God, Emmett Brown.
He's got 99 arcane.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I actually did a pretty good job making him, as close as you could in Bloodborne.
We gotta get back to Yharnam, Marty.
We gotta get back. So, we're gonna be targeting. Words are hard. We're gonna be traversing the Nightmare of Mensis, and I really should have embraced the idea of running in this area. Just run straight to the checkpoint, I take my time because I want to show off things in the video. So, as you can tell, Dylan is here. He's actually able to hear the video and any editing tricks I do.
Oh no.
These are the most dangerous enemy in the game.
They're so hard to hit.
Yeah, you can't hit them. They're even more dangerous than the winter lanterns. There's the other one.
It's just on the rocks, menacingly.
Easier to hit him locked off. I've kind of noticed right there.
Yeah.
And so I've actually edited a few video chunks, and I hope you don't mind, to do a few videos today with me, so I can upload them all at once.
Right.
Now, there is something I feel like I need to talk about as a maybe as a duty or something. I don't really like to point out that I have cerebral palsy, which affects my fine motor control on the right side and overall strength on the right side of my body. This definitely does make video games challenging. And I've kind of been having conversations with people in the disabled gamers space recently. And they think I should discuss how I play video games and things like that.
May you find your worth
things
in
of
the
that nature.
world.
Anything I do that's special. And for anybody looking for inspiration here, I apologize. I don't really do anything special in Bloodborne. I have enough control to control the controller.
Understandable.
Yeah. Like in shooters, I will move the entire controller instead of my thumb to aim.
I mean, yeah. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. But I'll probably discuss that in more detail after we get through the guide. Like we're getting to the point now where the goal is at this point to go straight to Mikolash, beat him, and then get the Blood Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not really any benefit to doing anything else right now. Oh, and I found a pretty good way to fight Mikolash. While editing.
Nice.
Not while playing, but while editing. Yeah, don't take your time getting through here. Now, one thing I don't know if I pointed out, but which I should have, I went ahead and equipped Frenzy Resist.
Yeah.
I equipped Frenzy Resist runes, and I, within fashionable reason, equipped the best Frenzy Resist gear. Although I just really hate the best Frenzy Resist helmet. I don't think it looks good.
Understandable.
Especially with this chest piece.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't actually rest on the chest piece. It like floats a little bit. So I decided our Heinrich's head. No, not his head. Hat.
Ah, Heinrich's hat, yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
Ah, look.
Now, the item on the opposite side of the room can provide some interesting fun here. But that would be the second time you come in this room. And the only reason you'd come into this room a second time is if you die.
Yeah.
Now, over on the right here, we do have our PvP summoning maiden. So if you do not want to be invaded, but you still want to be able to summon help, go ahead and kill her. If you do enjoy the occasional pleasant invasion or unpleasant, depending on how you look at it. But if you enjoy it, leave her alive. Check out how their AI isn't scripted to deal with what I do here.
Huh.
They don't react quite right. Like they have no, like they don't expect you to be able to do that, I guess. They didn't program in a response or any type of flinch. And now we're going to be on the other side of all of the totally fine, nothing's wrong here room. And at this point, they all jump down. I'm not looking. You're not looking. Everything's fine. I would say we're safe to go in and fight this dude that's ahead of us. Or if you're concerned about the spiders coming out, because they will. They will come out and say hi. You can chill here and try to fight them. Both of those actions are a mistake, and you're going to see why here shortly.
Oh boy. Oh no. I see you.
So Dylan, do you know any lore about the place we're in right now?
Only a slight bit. I know that I hate these spider enemies with a passion, because their reach is stupidly high.
Yeah, they've got those, I guess it's their third set of legs?
Their hind legs, actually.
Or is it their full back set of legs?
Yeah, it's their whole hind legs that they use.
That are just exceptionally longer than the rest of them. And it allows them to... Now, they're weak to poke. Poke, poke, poke. They're not weak to slash, unfortunately. So poking is the most effective thing. I mean, although overwhelming damage is still overwhelming. If you're afraid of this room, if you have like what feels like an unnatural fear associated with this room, trust me when I say it's completely fucking natural. Humans are designed to be terrified of spiders and bugs in general.
Truth. It's the legs. Oh god.
And yeah, there I died a little bit.
I hate these enemies. I really.
It's not really worth fighting them now, but we do have the undead or the shaman bone blades, so there is something crafty which I kind of wish I would have shown you could do. But they're going to reset, and they'll be passive, and you can walk behind them, just like we did before. And you can get close enough to that giant ass spider to use the shaman bone blade on it, in which all the enemies will come down. All of them will come down at once. Some of them may be aggroed to you, but a lot of them are going to be aggroed to the giant spider because of the shaman bone blade. Yeah. So, by the way, I had to tweak audio. I don't know if you've noticed in the previous episodes I've done on my own, I've kind of been peaking or whatever, where, you know, like the maxing out the intake of the microphone, and I discovered why. It's because Microsoft had decided to reset my microphone settings. To maximum.
Max power.
Max power. Robots in disguise. I've got another cut coming up soon. So I decided to just, say screw the spiders, get my health, and then fight this guy. This is also a mistake.
Oh.
And you see why it's a mistake?
Oh no. Oh
no! Look at him dance.
He was happy.
He's like, gotcha, bitch.
That's so fucked up. Is that a player?
It's a hunter NPC.
Huh. So he just...
A lot of people thought it was Ludwig.
Yeah, that would make sense. Why? Yeah.
But it's not.
No, it's not.
It's just it's a Ludwig hunter.
This is a church hunter.
Yeah, that likes his giant sword. I have another solution for you.
Run away.
Yeah. This is what you should just do the first time. Screw all that, just run through it. And then forget where the ladder is.
Oh no.
Or the shortcut.
Oh no.
But in this enclosed space where it's like I don't have spiders to deal with, he's easier to take down. Like still challenging, but easier to deal with. Look at celebrating.
Why is he so happy?
I mean, you probably could tell by the audio there. I put it in slow motion.
Yeah. I can tell just by the visuals. You put it in slow motion.
This is in fast mode. This is actually how fast you can run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No editing at all. Raw footage here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the optimal way to get there.
Just run. Just run.
You know, like Pink Floyd song, Run. Now this guy can get in your way,
Oh, yes, he can. He
but
totally
he
did.
doesn't stay in there too long. Down the stairs. And, alright, we've made
He's still
it.
coming. Oh, he's still coming. He's gonna get you.
This
Oh.
is what we wanted. I was kind of hoping he would
Jump.
jump and fall off. Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Because his AI doesn't deal with it properly. Another reason we're running is because of that light. I think we can show...
Yeah. Got it.
First try.
Nailed it.
First try. I'll have to fix that. First, I'm pretty sure is not how you spell first.
Pretty sure. Pretty
But
sure.
you saw that health in the background go down.
Yeah.
That is it. That is the effect. That is the reason you don't just chill here.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you're going to get frenzied. I don't really know what these guys are doing over here.
I think they're supposed to be.
They don't really make sense for enemy placement either. Like, they're not really... I mean, there's a rune over here, but they're not doing a very good job of guarding anything. I don't know if they throw rocks at you while you try to get across. But there's the second eye rune. I think it's the level 1 one.
Yeah, it's a level 1 one.
What's his fuck? Master Willem will give you the level 3 one.
Yeah.
Completely of his will. He'll just give it to you.
Absolutely.
No problem. You just gotta, like, show him that your sword is really hard. And then he's like, well, I'm gonna die. Here's the eye rune, young man.
Ignore the
Eyes on the
strange
inside.
blue dwarfmen.
Yeah, they ain't a problem.
Not a problem at all.
But now that we've done that, I'm pretty confident in fighting this guy, and I can also get some free damage on him.
Hmm. Just stab the shit out of him.
Yeah, didn't really stand much chance there.
Die.
Get shot to death.
Scum, in the words of I.
And he's holding on to some sedatives, which makes sense because he's right under the frenzy machine.
Yeah. I actually have some lore involving that, but we'll get to that one.
Oh, you can go ahead and talk about the frenzy.
I mean,
The giant frenzy machine?
yeah, the giant frenzy machine, in fact.
We're not actually going to pay a visit to the giant frenzy machine in any of the episodes I've recorded yet, because I just haven't edited that far.
Ah.
But we are going to, we can talk about, what you can get from it.
Yet again, going along the thing of they orientate themselves by sight and smell, by sound and smell, not sight.
Oh, they look at you.
They look at you, but then they continue on.
Yeah, these ones don't, for whatever reason, I don't know why they're not aggroed. I'm really not sure. Like, they can be, too, sometimes. Like, sometimes they can freak out and they can punch you. And then they just walk off. They're like, gotcha. High five. But the ones downstairs, they're all about it. I think this is the most death I've had in an episode so far.
Understandable. This is one of the
I
end game
don't
areas.
usually fight in here. I don't have a lot of practice fighting these enemies. Doing anything.
I mean, they're pretty hardy. They're pretty hardy little guys.
Yeah.
You can waste your time.
There's not a lot to get here. There's just a blue elixir and then a couple of poison gems, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's these guys, which I'm just very used to just running by. And then there's also, like, ranged attacks. Oh, look, he's swinging at me.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we've got enough damage. We're about to have even more damage. So, now we are certainly not as overpowered as we were when we fought Amelia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, after Rom, the blitz to Mikolash is not about being overpowered. It's just about knowing the fight and knowing when not to fight, unlike me here. Like, these items really aren't worth picking up. I don't know. And I find that out after the fact of me picking them up. If I wasn't, trying to just show off and do everything, I probably wouldn't even bother engaging in combat with them.
Mm-hmm. They are rather slow enemies.
I'd go straight to the elevator and GTFO, and then go fight Mick. And they're a problem. They have the what's the word I'm looking for here? Fast poison effect.
Oh no, I remember that. Yeah.
Fast poison. You think, gee, slow poison feels very fast. Fast poison behaves actually entirely differently. You get to cheat and see when it's going to happen because you can see it on the editing feed. But luckily, our run back's a lot easier now.
Yeah. You're much closer and you don't have to deal with the thing in the tower.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that is going on here, and I discussed this a little more in the previous episode about how this exists and what it is. So what we have here is a dream reality.
Yes.
And how does one create a dream reality? Could be left to interpretation still there. But one thing we do know is in every instance of us going to a dream reality, we are picked up by one of those amygdalin great ones with mustaches. So my thought for here, and also in particular the lecture hall, is those are both hosted by, or maybe, gosh, there's a lot of potential things that could be. So, do you remember The Matrix? The last episode of The Matrix when Neo goes to the hallway and there's just a bunch of doors?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the lecture hall is basically that.
The idea of...
Yeah, it's just a hallway to get to multiple dream realities. Now, in this particular case, we realize that we're headed to two different realities via the same hallway. And then, but we have two different entrances that lead us to two different places. And that leads me to believe that the scholar with the cage on their head that we get through here first either has communed and made a request of an amygdala to host this dream reality, or they've become one. And it's just different stages of their life and time. So, for instance, one thought I had, though, while I was in the lecture hall was, every time I enter in a doorway, am I just entering another little dream reality? Like, for instance, we have the two classrooms there. And I'm wondering if instead of actually it being two classrooms, it's the same classroom, just at different times. One with students in it, one without students in it. So that was the thought there.
Possibly.
But yeah, we're currently in a dream reality. The Hunter's Dream is also another dream reality, and all of these are hosted by an amygdala to make them interactable. So the amygdala, for instance, would act as a server, a multiplayer server, for you to go into a dream reality and have your multiplayer dream.
I can actually elaborate on this because I understand Lovecraftian lore. Because a lot of this is, again, surprise. This isn't gothic horror. This is Lovecraftian horror.
What?
This is cosmic horror. So, the idea of how a lot of this works is this is based off of a lot of Lovecraft's early work involving the Dreamlands. And specifically, what happens in the Dreamlands are there are people that dream. And it's often known that in that world that children are easily able to slip into the Dreamlands. But they're not the only ones, and sometimes you can slip into there normally. What it is essentially you are dreaming, and you are able to somehow have a consciousness slip into another reality, and you inhabit your body in another world. It's a rather interesting idea of it, where essentially you come to the scenario of... this is related back to the guy with the cage on his head. You can be dead in one reality, but still alive in another. And that's actually what goes on in most of the Dreamlands. And that is similar to what's going on here. from the lore, it is implied that yes, the amygdalas or the great ones that you find, the nightmares that you are slaying, they specifically are the ones that are dreaming. And because they are dreaming, you can slip into their dreams as well. So technically, our hunter here actually has about maybe 3 or 4 bodies. And whenever they die, they're not actually dying. They're just reawakening later on in a different world with a different body that they've remade. It's very interesting and strange. It's very old, like how back in the world they thought you could technically fly through space because you could use wings to fly on the ether or whatever they wanted to call it. That's not how it actually works, but that was a theory long ago. And so a lot of things from old sci-fi will actually have wings. And they say
gosh. I was actually thinking of like doing a meme in the video where you're flying through space, and I was gonna like do an old meme, but it still checks out. I was gonna do bag raiders.
Yeah.
Like I was like pop an insight, and then it was like dun 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 dun, flying through space. It's like that must be what it's like to get frenzied or pop your insight. Is what I figure.
Like, I like that. I like that. I will say, one of the things that is implied here through the nature of the game is that it's possible that the host of the nightmare, or the hunter's dream, is actually this doll. That they are the great one that allows it to remain, because even afterwards, after slaying a later on boss that we'll talk about, this place remains. Because the nature of it is to always be there because the host is still alive.
Yeah, actually, I didn't put that in my theory. Like, we don't actually encounter we don't see ourselves encounter a amygdala with a mustache to come to this hunter's dream. Although, I don't. Well, you technically can have multiplayer here if a boss fights up.
Technically, yeah.
But I've never actually tried. I just assumed it was not possible.
No.
But I've seen videos recently where it's like people are going in and fighting the bosses that can show up to the hunter's dream, and they are co-oping.
Yep.
So I guess that is possible. And I'm trying to figure out the balance of fashion and resistance to what I'm worried about. So here I am equipping gear, getting ready to fight Mikolash, and I want to wear arcane defense gear.
Yeah.
The strategy I ended up coming up with after the fact really just trivializes the need for this, because I didn't realize how much poise damage just shooting your gun at Mikolash did. But one of my favorite ways I've seen someone fight Mikolash, you need some arcane to do it. You get your right hand out, your right hand weapon. Transformed or untransformed, doesn't matter. You wail on him a little bit, and he flinches and flinches and flinches. And then you use Beast Roar just before your stamina is going to run out and knock him over. And then you just do that until he dies.
Yep.
And he can't move.
Yeah. He's got as much poise as a hunter. So
yeah, so that is probably the most effective way to fight him. Although this effective run is not what's effective for each individual boss, it's the collective efficacy of the build. This is a glass cannon build. I end up electing to not wear the white church hat just because it doesn't match and it bothers me too much. See the shoulders? Yeah. Alright. I think... Let's see what I end up going... I think I just wear the... Oh, that looks kind of nice. So I stopped caring about stats entirely at this point, and I'm just trying to find something that somewhat looks okay at this point. Because it's like, oh, none of this works. And I'm pretty sure I settled on Gascoigne's hat.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Alright.
Yep.